In my lifetime, I want to help cure MS. I was inspired to do this TED Talk by my granddad, who recently passed away to a 25-year battle with MS. My story with my granddad was something special. In 2005, he lived up north. I moved down near Brighton in 2008 when I was born. But back in 2008, I didn't know how chronic MS was that I do now. My granddad was born in Cambridge and had a bright future. He grew up normal and had no doubts in this world. He met my grandma when he was 16 and she was 14, and they got married quite young. My mum was 19 years old when he was diagnosed with MS. This would have been back in 1992, and back then there was a lack of knowledge for MS, so it was quite scary for my family. He adored everyone around him, even though he was in a wheelchair. He loved seeing new people and loved seeing me and my cousins. And he was devastated when he had to be bedbound. This didn't stop us from seeing him though. We saw him every summer and Christmas. Now you should realise what it feels like when someone you care for dies. I'll always remember the phone call my mum got. It was from my auntie and it was at 5:07, and she was told that he died at 5 o'clock on the dot. This affected me badly, and it still does now, because of the realisation there was nothing we could have done because there's no cure for MS. It was inevitable that he would pass away soon, and I was told this by a nurse back in January 2018 who said he only had a couple months left to live. She was wrong. My granddad did tell my auntie that he would live past Christmas, and he did. He was a fighter, but this fight he could not win. He died on the 2nd of January 2019. Now you can see a before and after picture of when my granddad had MS. You can see the effects MS has to a person. Here, he has the average amount of hair. There, he has loss of hair. Also, he has the average amount of skin on a body. Here, as you can see on his neck, he doesn't have as much skin. His body is also different and is more weaker because of MS. It is believed that MS is genetic, but in a way that I have a higher chance of getting it than you. Yet to be frank, anyone in this room can get it, but I can confirm the chances are pretty slim. Researchers do know it's an autoimmune disease. Your immune system mistakes part of your body for a foreign substance and attacks it. It can be seen from an MRI scan, but sadly cannot be prevented at this time. MS damages the sheath of the nerve cell in the brain and the spinal cord. The sheath is the layer that surrounds your nerve that helps them send electrical signals to and from the brain and other parts of the body. These patches of inflammation can disrupt messages traveling along the body. It slows them down, jumbles them up, and can send them the wrong way, or stop sending them completely. These disruptions lead to the symptoms and signs of MS. MS is affected by 2.3 million people around the world, and 100,000 in the UK alone. MS causes a person to die 7 years earlier than the average population. This would have meant that my granddad died in his early 70s, and he did. He was 74 years of age. MS causes someone to lose limb control in parts of their body, including the hands, legs, and mouth. These symptoms also happened to my granddad. He was put under morphine 5 days prior to his death because of the family decision that we didn't want him to go through as much pain. Enough of the stats. I feel like I need to continue what my granddad started and help find a cure for MS. This is a disease that is fought by many people around the world, and we are closer to finding a cure. My idea is to join runs around the globe, tell friends to join, and fundraise for multiple illnesses. Many people have done runs for the MS Society, including my mum, who ran the London Marathon a few years back. I even ran a couple 5K runs in Battersea Park for MS. All the money I raise will go to charity, but mostly to the MS Society because I know they're closest to finding a cure. By the time I'm 18 years old, they might have already found a cure. But do you think this would mean I'll stop running and fundraising for different illnesses? No, it doesn't. My grandfather told me the importance of health, so I'll carry on to benefit others. Hopefully, the fundraising I do in different countries will prevent illnesses affecting families like it did to mine. Why does this apply to you? There is a part of your life where you're thrown off track, where something sad and tragic will happen. And I can say it does hurt. It is very easy to turn inward on yourself and make yourself way down. Or you could turn the sad experience into something good. This will make you see the world differently. It is a world where your actions and decisions can alter outcomes for the better. Doing a positive out of a negative, change yourself and others. But promise me one thing. Turn your period of sadness into a positive outcome. Run a run, talk a talk, whatever it may be, Always see the bright side of the situation. Thank you.